A beautiful Night Elf Undead mirror that I haven't seen in forever, it feels like. Ari, my man, thank you very much for the sub. Yeah, 2-on-2 action in the red. We got PCG and LawLiet, and as I told you, I am becoming a PCG fan. He took a map off of Lin. He took a map off of Moon. To be honest, in the 2-on-2s, he wasn't too convincing, but I don't care. I'm still a fan. Paired with LawLiet. So PCG here, LawLiet at the top. They are facing the newly found team of ReminD and 120. It's not 120 in focus anymore, even though they were successful. Ari the train conductor, my dude with the 20 gifted subs. Are you kidding me? Having a fine start to the weekend, have you? Watching some Warcraft, spreading the word about Warcraft on Twitter, I see that. Now gifting 20 subs. Amazing. That is the solid response for starting a 2-on-2 game. That is the appropriate response. See you later, boys. Thank you. Real Rochelle, thank you for the 16 months. We love you, Neo. That is super sweet. We have not a straight up mirror, by the way, which is cool to see. Because we have Keeper versus Demon Hunter. And no Expo yet? On Lost Temple? Curious. Very curious.
The town is under siege.
Oh, that's big. If they kill the Ancient here, LawLiet can probably outproduce ReminD. But yeah, it's just the Demon Hunter shouldn't happen. But LawLiet is buying the time for PCG. And in this 2-on-2, it's important to note that the Night Elves will look incredibly weak. Because they play the sacrificial lamb in these 2-on-2s. They throw the Huntress out, they are matched by Fiends, they die. Later, there's Destroyers. They kill a lot. And of course the undead heroes always shine. So it's the job of the Night Elf to create space for the undead. So he appears as powerful as possible. Oh. I think 120 got it. He definitely got the Book of the Dead. So this is a level 8 nuke. Oof. Gets a hunt in return, but the fountain goes to 120 and ReminD. They of course know the rule. If you claim the fountain, you claim the win. But PCG, important for him, getting level 2 coil. Stealing some stuff away. The town portal of course hurt. That Book of the Dead is interesting. Oh, this is not what you want, getting entangled. I love the choice of the Keeper in this regard. And there's an expansion growing on the back of things. Night Elves always stay tier 1 for as long as possible, so they can obviously expand. Things are going sideways super quickly for poor PCG. They distract from an expansion. But already, like a couple of minutes into the game, 120 and ReminD have a solid lead. Both TP's gone, Fountain gone, levels are fine, Demon Hunter under level, Keeper super oppressive. Nice detonate, but that's about it. Is that the push here already? Usually you wait till the undead is tier 3, but that doesn't seem to be the case. They see the opportunity with the early game they got. And PCG needs to rescue his ally with a Lich, with statues. They need to hold on. LawLiet is buying potion after potion as he is arriving on the Tree of Ages. Oh, potion last second. 120 is diving deep for this. In the meantime, DK surrounded again. Keeper entangle, and that is death. It feels very overwhelming with the AP almost there, with the Demon Hunter almost dead. Two very, very different strategies. Double tier 2 for LawLiet and PCG, getting overwhelmed by tier 1 Night Elf on ReminD's side. This keeper choice paying dividends. It started in the temple, it continued with the DK, and then again it continued with the DK, and now it ends with the Lich. This game seems very over. 2 more kills. Oh my god. This is most likely the most one-sided 2-2 in this tournament. Jesus Christ. I was thinking, was it the right call to go for ReminD and 120, seeding them into a mirror match and moving away from the 120 focus combo? And I think it is a great choice because it does take time till Orc Undead is online finally, and you can easily be overwhelmed by Mass Hunt Mass Fiends. And so they switched the race combo and had the better strategic choices. Main base wiped out. Ha 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 ha! A demonstration of force. 120 with anger in the belly. Joining the battlefield, starts to slaughter. True captain fashion. That was sick. Super one-sided. So, another map coming soon. Depending on what the map is, we might see a very, very different game. And it's Tidewater Glades. That is the late game heaviest 2-on-2 map we have. Incredibly important for Team 120 if they still want to compete for the highest ranks in the group stage to score. Not only once, but also later with 120, who is the gigantic favorite against PCG. Will we see big changes? This is so late game heavy that you could maybe think about a Dreadlord, but maybe not in this matchup. It's too timing dependent, probably. But before you come at me with, oh my god, Lul Neo, are you crazy? Think back of WGTL. Infi always played Dreadlord here on this map. We got ReminD and 120 in the teal. Once again, Fiend build, of course. Gotta take a look at the heroes of the ReminD. PCG feed build as well. And this time, LawLiet in the red with a Potom. Classic. That is vintage Mass Hunt Mass Fiends. And if I see this correctly, this is Archer's Mercs. I like the rhythm. Oh, they ruined the rhythm. How is this guy attacking but not this guy? You're closer. There we go. Nice little pull, little bit of damage. Of course, this army takes years to get online. Saved. Okay. How are you not getting overwhelmed when you're not getting hunts? 1-0 and ReminD have to play very, very careful. Is it Potom Owl again? No, True Shot first. Solid scouting. Is there a hunter's hall? No. Okay. You can creep this with DK1 Fiend skeletons? 2 fiends. I didn't see it! Okay, that changes things, of course. Potom is buying the time, but it's also on the receiving end. So both have access to mercs. We got a demon hunt. Oh, no way! Wow, from downtown LawLiet. Sick lasted. On one of the biggest creeps in the early game.
The town is under siege.
No pogs. No respect. No reaction. Is my chat bugged? Crickets. All right. This game looks a lot better so far for LawLiet and PCG. But this time it's ReminD teching and 1-0 isn't teching at all, which is really interesting. Because usually it's the other way around. As you can see here, but of course mass hunts very different.
A town is under siege.
Ooh, PCG, are you diving too deep? Very defensive position here. I guess LawLiet and PCG are getting everything they wanted. Town portals forced, leveling denied, army is looking fine. Potom needs levels as well. The thing with Huntress, Potom, Mass Fiends is you gotta hit that timing. If you don't hit the timing, you're done for. Tech again, cancelled. I love this play. PCG is getting caught though, this time not by a keeper but rather a Naga. But this is free damage. Tech denied. You're just going for the haunted. Bottom in Shadow Meld? No? I think so. There is dust. Okay, so no Shadow Meld play. That would have been the sweetest. Now who's afraid of the big bad wolf? That fiend is. PCG missing the coil. 10 food lead due to a Huntress mass.
Are under attack.
And now they collapse. Okay, can they save this best of 3? Or is the piercing damage too much? We got a Nova out, leading to an immediate kill. Here's the second one. Armies reuniting now. Fiends should be safe, and as one-sided as game 1 was, as one-sided is this game for now, at least. Mana Burn's doing a fine job. Coils for 1-0 arriving in time. Oh, the supply might be a little bit misleading. 1-0 is about to lose 9 food. And ReminD is not a carry this game. That was gracious to leave that fiend alive, but there was also the last coil. Reinforcements arrived instantly for PCG and LawLiet. But this ain't over yet. There's still a chance. Archers untouched the entire game. Oh, he wants that fiend so bad. He wants that fiend so bad. In the meantime, we got an undead mirror here, foreshadowing of what's gonna happen later. And now, DK in the fire. PCG. Gotta save that one. The fighting position is still good, even though Huntress trickling in only slowly. But 1-0 and ReminD, they are regaining control of this fight. Exactly. PCG has to fight out. The sustain just wasn't really there. It started really well with 3 fiend kills in no time, but as soon as these fiends fell, the Hunters were falling due to all that piercing damage. Archers never really taken out. But the problem still is that 1-0 was never able to tech. PCG is already on tier 3. It's an entire tech advantage. And the most dangerous thing about Undead Night Elf is the Destro push at the arrival of tier 3. And now, being caught is also not that great. No TP, he's reaching the shop. Oh, if that's a better block, if that's a surround, that's the game gone. And even saves that fiend, my god. In the meantime, ReminD was able to creep the red. Idol of the Wild just... Well, it's a big Furberg. But never a tier 3. So this only Dryads. Versus a lot of piercing damage from Fiends. Still struggling to get the Lich out. +9 thanks to Roar and True Shot Aura. Bye bye, Lich. Yeah, it's kind of clear that this wasn't the strategy to pick here today. Or today on this map. For ReminD and PCG. There's a Town Portal home, but as I said, it's only Dryads. This is supposed to be fodder for Fiends. They're trying hard. Demon Hunter Nuke, probably the strongest hero that the 1-0 team has, being staffed out of the fight. And that is just an easy cleanup job now. Not even at the arrival of tier 3. Naga falls, heal scroll there. No town port. I guess this is just game. I can't see a way out here. Flow TV disconnects, but I guess this is just the GG then. If I'm not mistaken. They're still playing apparently. Maybe it's a Flow TV bug. I see 8 APM for LawLiet. Yeah, I'm very sure this is over. Let's see if this next game is already up. No? Okay, let's see if we can get a restream real quick somewhere. Oh, okay, the game is still going on. Oh, I'm trying so hard to give you the restream voice. But I gotta click through a million ads to finally get to the full screen button. Whew. All right. There it is, Ted's stream. There's an expansion on the bottom right-hand side now. Heroes look rather solid. A-bombs are coming in for 1-0. Interesting. And they were able to hold here, despite the Naga loss. But yeah, supply lead, like 20 food ahead. Naga wiped out again. Hero control by ReminD, dropping items, etc. Always looking fine. But, like PCG. What a sacrificial lamb he was in game 1, and what a carry he is now. This is... Oh! LawLiet, Potom, revealed. Moving out of harm's way for the time being. Aura is gone. That's a bit unfortunate. LawLiet is actually losing a lot. Dude, if 1-0 wins the Undead Mirror against PCG now, when PCG has a 20 food lead, they can just scratch the last game of the day. Is this not over? Was that Potom kill? And the lack of TP? Was that the turnaround? I mean, they have a base more. They have a hero more. But there's also A-bombs and wagons. That would be unbelievable. They would certainly earn this win if they bring it back. Lich, focus fire. There's more Nova. First A-bomb down. Coil is ready. We got like 2 or 3. But the destroyers against abominations. I don't know if A-bombs were the choice here when PCG has destroyers. 3 of them. And he is just... He seemed to be the ultimate carry. The coils are nice. 1-0 certainly in shape here with some good plays. But what's going to threaten destroyers if not dryads? I don't know. But the dryads are hard countered by fiends in the right position. Demon Hunter out of the fight. And we have a 60 food PCG reestablished. That wagon was solid. I guess we had no disease cloud. This was also a fight with 2 heal scrolls. PCG could use that. in proximity to the Huns, and they're all back again. Oh, and that coil misses. All right. That's the Lich kill we've been waiting for. And now it's all water under the bridge. No TP on either side. They're pulling back. They don't want to do the same mistake again that they did in the last fight, when all of a sudden the bottom was dead. No, no. There's invul potions on the undead heroes, who are, of course, the carries. And it's now twice the supply for PCG. But they refuse to give up. Great sustain, of course, thanks to that expo. And it feels like a matter of time. Heal scroll, triple invul, Dark Ranger level 533 on PCG. Yeah, the consumables are just absurd. One last brute force attack. Oops, yoink. That's a possible 5 supply kill. And it is. Okay, but as I said, 3 heal scrolls, 3 invul potions. And almost no Demon Hunter no more. The heal scrolls are essential for the hunts to have more uptime. PCG's destroyers are falling rather fast. Finally we got web. You called that in chat. That was good. PCG or LawLiet can always fall back to the shop to get more consumables. As they are burning through their consumables, let's be honest here. And it's kind of the wrong way, isn't it? The Dryads are fighting the Hunts. They are superior there. And we have a Fiend mirror on the right-hand side. It's not supposed to be that way. You gotta take out these Dryads. But I mean, instead he's winning the fight against 1-0. And that is pretty good. That might give you some momentum prior to the one-on-one between the two UDs. Book of the Dead, DR level 4. It is fascinating how big of an army ReminD got. Diving deep now. Okay. Ooh, PCG's DK. He's still got 2 invul potions. Lich falls again. And now we finally get the double Gs and a 1-1 score. Yeah, great reaction on this big map going to an what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of unconventional to go for Potom Mass Hunts Mass Fiends again. That I haven't seen that in a long time, and that was very much overwhelming. Space Günther, thank you very much for the 7-month resub. Yeah, so after game 1 was very one-sided and game 2 was very one-sided, we hopefully get an even game 3. And I feel the game isn't up yet, so I take the time real quick to visit the restroom. Be right back. Did you enjoy the Q&A with the chair? Hopefully. Hopefully you did. So I'm still waiting for the next game. Checking Ted's stream once again if there's a problem. It's running already. Oh, I really hope that this didn't crash now. Because without Flow TV, what can we do? Just restream, I guess. Ah, that's annoying. Yeah, I think the previous game is kind of bugged. And the next game isn't appearing. Ah, shit! Alright. It is what it is. Let me contact the people real quick. Flow TV. Can we check if this game is stuck? Got a disconnect and now the follow-up game isn't appearing on Flow TV. Ah, sorry about that. Have to go for the restream. There it is, decider between LawLiet, PCG, and 1-0 and ReminD. So ReminD is back to the keeper. LawLiet sticks with the bottom, so we have the two winning strategies against each other on Twisted Meadows. Bottom harassing, keeper harassing. It's all about slowing the undead down. And if LawLiet gets the last hit once again, that is a huge win. Troublesome situation. Okay. 1-0. Here in the red. Is getting the level. But ReminD is suffering, man. PCG's damage output is getting there. Unfortunate for him, there's no coil no more. And so he trades a hunt for a fiend, and that is always good for the Night Elf. Hunts, disposable, fiends, essential. And the distraction by ReminD seems to be working a little better. But now the armies are collapsing on him. Lots of freedom for 120. Lots of creeping, close to level 3. This should also be a bit consumable soon. There we go. Oh, Scroll of the Beast is insane on this army. In open field, there's very little to spell for a very long time. This could snowball out of control. Expansion open up, but it's a little bit obvious. But Twisted has a lot of auras to offer. Maybe that can help. Ring of the Archmagi, not bad. Supply pretty even. Yeah, that is, judging from the game so far, the most even game we got. LawLiet is trying to stay on tier 1 a little longer. Expanding, as one should be. Classic Night Elf Orc. Engine of War falls for LawLiet. That's of course a bit of a problem. And man, the value of the Keeper with the CC against Fiends is just so good. Just like in game 1. This army of PCG and LawLiet is just pure brawling, but 120 and ReminD got the upper hand. And the Keeper plays a big role. Even with home turf. That expansion of LawLiet could make or break the game. Did they plant it at a timing that didn't really suit the game because the push was imminent? Also the bottom couldn't level up to level 2. There was no true shot yet. And 120 is just all over PCG. The bottom had to portal. My god, here I am saying that this is the most even game they've had so far. And then it completely derails. And Keeper Craft is taken over. Yeah, this is Lost Temple all over again. They need to survive for 5 more minutes. They can't even rebuild this fast because the second engine of war was down. Yo, this is just as one-sided as it gets. Oh, need repair. PCG tried to nuke the Keeper, but ReminD too smart for that, not falling for that. And clicking on a tree with Huntress, that's easy. That works really well. And now you can have all the expansions in the world. It's still the same amount of income. Good positioning, good focus fire. Scroll of the Beast only now. This will seal the deal. This has to seal the deal. ReminD is ready for the block. Enable some more damage uptime. Yo. That's a well-deserved point. For 120 and ReminD. 3-1. So we didn't miss much. 3-1, and that was an important one for 120 and his team.